All right, boys and girls, we are on day 3 of multi-step story problems, which means there's more than one way, at least 2. All right, so I'm going to read you the problem. Remember, I'm not showing them to you because sometimes when we just read it and have to listen, we have better luck. Sometimes when we get the words and we see the words, we get a little confused. So I want to try it this way. And remember, if you struggle, you can do this at home. Kaylee is on a road trip with her family. Okay, and I'm looking for numbers because I'm in math. The first day, they drove 238 miles. The second day, they drove 162. The third day, it says they drove 200. What is the average number of miles they drove each day? Well, how do I figure that out? Well, I'm assuming I've got to figure out how much they did in all. So I've got to add them. 8 plus 2 is 10, 0. Carry the 1. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. Carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4, plus 2 more is 6. So they drove 600 miles. But we want to figure out how much they averaged each day. So we have to kind of divide them up into each group, which is a sign to me that we are going to divide. So the answer was 600. And how many days was it? It was 3, right? Because we added 3 things up. So we're going to put our 3 here and we're going to divide. 3 goes into 6. How many times? 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So I put my 6 here. Sister subtracts. Brother brings down. 0 goes in 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Oh, brother brings another 0 down. 0, 0. All right. So now we've found out 200. So that's the average number of miles they drove each day is 200 miles. We're going to continue on to one more. This next problem, boys and girls, is an area problem, which is kind of cool because we just got done studying area. So Marissa is planting a garden, okay? And one part of her garden is 10 feet. And the other side of her garden is 14 feet, okay? That's her first garden. They said first garden. The other part of her garden is 16. And let's see, they say the width is 12. Okay. So now they gave us the area of both of her gardens. It says, what's the total area of the garden planted? Who can remember how we do area? Area is length times width. So 10 times 14. We can do that the good old Cheater McGee way. Remember we talked about that? We can get rid of that 0 and just do 14 times 10. We just get rid of the 0. Then I'm going to flip it actually, and I'm going to do 14 times 10 this way. Not that it matters, but I can get rid of that 0. 14 times 1 is 14. But since I got rid of the 0, I have to add it back on. Remember that little trick we learned at the beginning of the year? Now this one is 16 times 12. So we know the total area of this is 140, and I think they said it was, let's see here, they said it's feet, so it's 140 feet squared. This one we have to do 16 times 12 to figure it out. We're going to do our good old turtle head math. I'm going to draw my turtle head. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3. Now we're going to drop down and lay that egg. And then we're going to go 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 6 is 9. 192 feet squared. Okay, well, we've got the, 192 and 140, so we know how much each garden is. But she said in the question, what's the total area for her whole garden? Total. Aha! We are going to add. So we're going to add 140 plus 192, boys and girls. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 332. We never change our units, so she has 332 feet squared unit garden. So one thing you learned today, boys and girls, in multi-step, make sure you're doing how many steps? Not 1, at least 2. So go back on and hop on and do IXL F7. You're going to do great. Get to 50%.